When many of us witness a UFO, we're usually in shock. The first thing that comes to mind is to snap a picture. One resident in Missouri has captured what they think is a UFO in the sky. The eyewitness said the following. At 11:15 AM on the 19th of June 2018, I was travelling north on Strax Church Road. My business partner who was driving and I were heading towards our shop. During the journey, I caught a quick glimpse of a rather large blimp-like object. This was over the tree line to the west-northwest, at an estimated distance of around 1.5 miles. I asked out loud if he had seen it and his response was no. Further down the road we slowed down to get a better look. Again we got a brief glimpse before a nearby tree line obstructed our view. My business partner agreed he saw the object as well. We both agreed it appeared to be in the area of the baseball fields to our northwest. Upon agreement we gave chase towards the ball fields. Our evaluation would allow us to maintain brief visuals of the object. It appeared as a dull metallic colour, with a reflective area in the centre to the rear. Our estimation of the size was very large, approximately 400 to 600 feet long, and 75 to 100 feet tall. As we pursued, we noticed the object had put significant distance between us in a matter of minutes. He and I also noticed it now appears more north than west, so we assumed it travelled north in that time. When we reached the ball fields, our view was now unobstructed. We located the object, which was now due west, and a considerable distance from us. My business partner was able to zoom in maximum with his phone's camera, and get one photo just prior to the object pitching to about 40 degrees, and disappearing behind the tree line a few hundred yards in front of us. The object was never more than slightly above the tree line on the horizon of our view, so I have to assume it was less than 500 feet off the ground. Also, the profile never changed despite the noticeable changes in direction of travel. At the time of the photo, the skies were clear, and the object was at what we believed to be max visibility at the time. The distance it was covering was remarkable. It disappeared from view and never returned. The entire event lasted around 4 to 5 minutes. Cryptids have been sighted for years. When someone witnesses a creature they can't explain, it's usually called a cryptid. These include creatures such as the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot. On the 12th of February 2018, a person living in Virginia spotted a strange creature flying in the air. The eyewitness said the following. I observed this from my 15th floor condo 4 miles from the Pentagon. It was a large object in the west sky. It looked like a large aquatic-like mammal with flippers or wings, dark in colour, slowly rotating in the sky. It rotated to the side facing the direction of the Pentagon. When I took pictures, I captured around 7 or 8 glowing white objects that took on different shapes and separated. I'm not sure how long the show lasted, probably around 2 hours because I stopped watching. Some people suggested the witness could have seen a pterosaur-like creature. These creatures have been witnessed all over the world and are called by different names depending on the location. Pterosaurs are prehistoric flying reptiles that are believed to be extinct by mainstream scientists. However, some cryptozoologists disagree. Pterosaurs have been witnessed by many people the world over. Native tribes all across North America, especially along the Pacific coast and the Great Lakes area, have stories depicting these enormous birds of prey. There have been a number of alleged pterosaur sightings in the US, including in Texas and California. Pterosaurs have also reportedly been seen in Kansas, Utah, Arizona, and Idaho. In 1673, French explorers were mapping and navigating the Mississippi River when they stumbled upon pterosaur petroglyphs on a cliff wall, and you can see it to this very day. Now, pterosaurs, according to modern science, have been extinct for millions of years, but yet the Native Americans claim they've witnessed these creatures for centuries. And there are tons of Native American legends that involve huge giant birds that fit the descriptions of these creatures. To them, it was known as a bird that devours men. However, some have suggested that the witness saw a large bird. Large birds such as eagles and cranes can give off different impressions when they are close. For example, it's long been believed that the sandhill crane is responsible for the Mothman sightings. When you see these creatures up close, they appear to be much larger, The sandhill crane, for example, can reach over 5 feet in height. On the 19th of February, a witness living in Brazil noticed what looked like a giant triangle in the sky. The witness said the following about the incident. "I was at home watching TV. I then went into the backyard, locked the front gates and turned the lights off in the garden. I looked up at the sky and thought to myself, I'm going to take a picture of the sky and see if I can capture a UFO. Obviously I was joking, but I went ahead and took the photo. I loaded the camera on my phone and started taking pictures repeatedly. Incredibly, I'd actually captured a UFO. The object that I took a picture of was triangular in shape. I found it very impressive as it was passing over my house. The object passed very fast, because in the following photos taken milliseconds later it was no longer in place. I have no idea what I captured that evening. So what do you guys think he captured? Many have suggested he caught a black triangle UFO. In the past 30 years or so, the triangle-shaped UFO has become a topic of much discussion. Often reported as flying low and running silent, with several lights on the bottom, these strange objects have become an enigma in UFO circles. Sightings of these objects often come in waves, and they are reported as being able to go from a crawl to a high-speed departure in a matter of seconds. Many feel the triangle UFO may be a top-secret government craft, still in the experimental stage and more than likely designed with military implications. Some researchers feel these crafts are the next step in the stealth series of crafts, capable of flying low and making their exit without being detected by enemy radar. Although the triangle craft seems to be a dark, mysterious entity, according to researcher and author Clyde Lewis, triangle sightings are an almost everyday occurrence. He states in his article Mystery of the Black Triangles, there have been approximately 4,000 reports of these triangles since 1990 in the UK alone. There have also been waves of triangle sightings in Belgium, France, Holland and Germany. Many of these triangle crafts have been witnessed. One eyewitness said the following about their encounter. I was sitting on the beach as it was coming into dusk. I was about to leave when something in the sky caught my attention. What was strange is that the craft didn't make no noise. I had to do a double take as it didn't seem right that it was just sitting there in the sky silently. This object had 3 lights and was in the shape of a triangle. After around 2 minutes, the craft switched off its 3 lights and disappeared. On the 2nd of June 2018, a witness was able to snap a picture of this disc-shaped UFO. Now, as mentioned before, it's important to remember that an unidentified flying object is any object flying in the sky which cannot be identified by the person who sees it. After investigations, most UFOs can be explained. Usually they're attributed to astronomical causes, aircrafts, weather balloons or animals such as birds. The eyewitness said the following about the object. I was taking a trip in Hamadan, Iran, and I was taking photos of nature and my wife. I did not see anything at the time because I was looking for animals, and I didn't know what I'd captured in my photo. When I was reviewing the photos, I discovered a photo with this object. I could see this object in one of my photos, and when I zoomed in on the picture, I saw something that was disc-shaped. The object didn't look like a bird or an airplane to me. I can't think of any other objects that were in the area. After I found the object in the photo, I felt a feeling of happiness. However, part of me was wondering what this object could have been. I personally believe there is intelligent life outside of our planet. I've never seen anything like this before. I remember exactly where I took this photo. Over the years, there have been many UFO sightings in Iran. The 1976 UFO incident was a radar and visual sighting of an unidentified flying object over Tehran, the capital of Iran, during the early morning hours of the 19th of September 1976. During the incident, 2 F-4 Phantom II jet interceptors supposedly lost instrumentation and communication as they approached, only to have them restored upon withdrawal. One of the aircraft also supposedly suffered temporary weapon systems failure while preparing to open fire. The incident was recorded in a 4-page US Defense Intelligence Agency report. It was distributed to at least the White House Secretary of State, Joint Chiefs of Staff National Security Agency and the Central Intelligence Agency. This remains one of the most well-documented military encounters with a UFO in history, and various senior Iranian military officers directly involved in the events have gone on public record, stating their belief that the object was not of terrestrial origin. The object was seen by multiple witnesses from different locations, and visual sightings were confirmed by radar. So what do you guys make of this photo? As mentioned, it was taken in Iran, and the eyewitness doesn't seem to know what it could be. Let me know in the comments what you think they captured. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.